Hey guys, it's Kendall. Watch me do my go-to sun-kissed makeup look. So I've already washed my face. I'm gonna do a small amount of prep before I start my makeup. I'm going to start with Daily Defense Mist. It's hydrating and it says it has environmental protection. I kind of overuse sprays. I don't know if there's even such a thing as overusing sprays, but I use that. Moisturizer. To make my skin feel really glowy and hydrated. After I use that other spray and put on my moisturizer, I also like to use some rose water. And then last, I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of my sunscreen. We're gonna be out in the sun today. It's new. Oh, okay. I am all sunscreened up, I am moisturized, and I'm about to be misted even more. Perfect, okay. Now my little moisturizing prep is done. I can start my light and simple summer look. I really like to use this Giorgio Armani face fabric. I've been using it for a really long time, since I was pretty young. One of my sisters put me on. It's literally called second skin makeup. It doesn't feel like you have makeup on at all. It's also pretty matte. I like to mix two colors, especially right now because I have a little tan. It's not really like big on like coverage, as you can see. You can still see my little dots on my little pimples on my face, but it's more about kind of like evening out your skin tone. So I just do like a little dab, and I honestly put it on with my fingers, kind of like I would my lotion. But this stuff is my ultimate go-to. I was talking to one of my sisters the other day and she was like, you still use that? You've been using it your whole life. I'm like, I know, I am a creature of habit. When I find something I love, I stick to it, or you can say it's the Scorpio in me. And then I just take my beauty blender, blend it all together, even it all out. Okay, so now that that's on, which is just super easy, I'll put a little concealer on. I'm into this NARS like creamy concealer. Really enjoy applying it, I don't know why. I have friends and sisters that are so good at this stuff. I have never been that girl. I'm a firm believer in whatever works for you, works for you. My ways just work for me. I'm always making sure that I have sunscreen on and that I'm never neglecting my skin when it comes to that. I grew up just like outside. I was a very outdoorsy girl and I have sunspots to prove it, so I am very adamant about protecting my skin now. I absolutely love bronzer. I still use this, I love it. Kylie Cosmetics, me and Kylie's collection. It's bronzer, I apply it on this brush. I know it looks crazy, but it will all blend out beautifully. And we're going sun-kissed, so why not go crazy? My skincare routine and my makeup routine even has evolved slightly, I think, since my last Beauty Secrets video. I'm always learning. I'm luckily surrounded by a lot of people that know what they're talking about, so I just learn things along the way, and I've learned so much. I think also like your skin is just forever evolving and changing, so just kind of listening to it and, you know, finding my way. I'm gonna add more bronzer because I love it and I'm obsessed. And this is a sun-kissed look, so we're here to glow. I take a little bit of this like creamy Chanel bronzer and I'll put it here on my lid. I'm not even gonna worry about like covering things because this is my, you know, running out the house glowy look. So we're just gonna let it all hang out. Blush. You know, if you've seen my other Vogue videos, my other beauty videos, you know that I love anything creamy that makes me feel really dewy. And then I kind of top it off with something powdery and matte. So this palette's really nice because it's creamy and then like powders to match. And I'm gonna do kind of a lot because it's summer vibes. And I think like the key in looking sun-kissed is like a little bit of a, I may have gotten sunburnt. May have been out in the sun too long. I'm definitely not the queen of this, like some of my other sisters are, but I think we all just have different styles of like doing our makeup. I prefer, like what I'm doing now is like my favorite. It's literally probably what I would do every day. They love, you know, way more of a beat, which more power to them. Sorry, I'm gonna add a little more concealer because, you know, we all learn from each other in some capacity, but I think that we just have different vibes sometimes. But Kylie has given me really good tips in the past and I've definitely taken them, even if it's just recommending like a new product that, like I said, I've kind of been using the same stuff for a while and I don't venture out as much as she does. So when she recommends a new product, I always like to kind of try it and see if I vibe with it. Next, I will do a cream highlighter from the same palette that had the blush in it. I do it with my finger. It's on my finger and I love to do it here. I use my finger for this just because I feel like I can get it in more of a precise area. I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like when you use your finger, it just applies differently. It's just a small area, so I feel like if I used like the big brush that I used before, it just would kind of go everywhere. And then I kind of do this with the highlight. Giving myself a little glow there. So that's my glow. Oh, it's shining. A product that I could probably not live without. Like I love this lip mask. I know that's kind of random, but I also probably couldn't live without like an eyelash curler because sometimes, I think I've said this before, sometimes I feel like if I have no makeup on and I just curl my lashes, I already feel a little bit more put together, so maybe an eyelash curler. Next, I'm just gonna use this blotting powder by MAC. I don't really like to use like a setting powder. This, you know, this Armani face fabric stuff is not very heavy. It's already kind of matte, so I don't really need tons. I just kind of put it in the areas that feel a little shiny, a little too shiny. Now, I'm gonna go in for the powder products. Bronzer. So now we're gonna use the powder blush from this same palette. And we're gonna get crazy. I'm going to add some more glow. This is basically all you need. If you need a summer glow, you get this because you're gonna look sun-kissed, a little burnt maybe, and glowy. So it's perfect. She's glowing. And then we're just gonna add a little more of just the same bronzer powder that I was using on my eye. This look to me is obviously kind of like a glowy summer look, but it's also really just my everyday look. And so this is kind of a look that I would just, if I needed to run errands and I wanted to leave the house really fast, this is kind of my go-to look. I'm not really worried about like covering up blemishes or anything like that. I'm kind of just evening out the skin tone, you know, putting a little concealer on and some glowiness. Today I'm probably gonna throw some mascara on because I'm feeling fancy. Before the mascara, I'm gonna do a little lip. I love these big lip crayons that Kylie and I did for Kylie Cosmetics in our Kendall collection. They are just really, really easy to apply and they feel really nice. And this color like is kind of perfect for my lip tone. This one is Iconic Duo. I used to kind of overline the whole lip. What I learned recently is just overlining the top of your lip and then following the rest of your lip. So it's almost like lifting just the top. And I'm like barely pressing down. I'm like lightly touching it. It's just coming off so nicely. To top it off, I love this Dior Lip Maximizer, the little lip plumper, as like a base on my lip, and then I'll just take this and this stays on me all day. I prefer a glossy lip because I also like to feel really hydrated, so I love to just have this in my purse. For this lash, I'm actually going to rub some of the mascara off of the brush onto a tissue, just so it's not a really heavy lash. I want it to feel really light for the summer vibes. This is a tip that Kylie just showed me. This like a dewy skin mist. So you kind of, if you're a little bit madder than maybe you would want to be, or you want your makeup to kind of feel a little bit more natural, you spray this on and it's really nice. It was actually something I've never done before and she just showed me recently, so. Doos you right up. When Kylie and I were creating our collection, what I really wanted was something that felt glowy and something that really represented what I use on a daily basis. This is kind of me. This is my everyday glowy summer look. Hi, I'm Kendall. To watch more Vogue videos, subscribe here.